Hi, and thank you for tuning into this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. Our first guest today is Oliver. Oliver is a beautiful Himalayan cat, which is a mix of a Persian and Siamese. They were bred many years ago to make this beautiful long-haired cat. With this long hair comes a lot of responsibility for adopters. And today is going to be Bonded Buddies Day. You'll see today that we're going to have 2 cats and 2 dogs. Oliver is one of 2 cats that was surrendered to us because the owner was moving and just didn't have the time to care for him and his brother. It may not be easy to see here on the camera, but one of the things that's really important with these long-haired cats is they have to be brushed daily. And we're looking for adopters that understand having long-haired cats is a great responsibility. Having a pet is a great responsibility, but these long-haired cats, if you do not brush them every single day, you will get these mats that Oliver has here, as well as his brother. He needs to be brushed every day. He is an older cat. He's 13 years old. He was purchased from a breeder, but very sweet cat. A little shy here with the lights and the cameras and everything, but very sweet cat. Beautiful eyes. Seems very gentle. He's definitely more outgoing than his brother, but when I say brother, they're actually from the same breeder. But they are not actually from the same litter. So he is 13 years old, and Stuart, his brother, who you'll meet next, is 8 years old. So they're not really young cats, but they need a lot of love, a lot of care. We want to make sure we find a forever home for them, one home that makes sure and understands that they're going to brush them every day and give these cats the care that they deserve. So if you're interested in meeting these 2, come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter. We'd be happy to introduce you to them. And our next guest today is Stuart. As I mentioned earlier, Stuart is the sibling from the same breeder as Oliver. Stuart is definitely lighter colored, but still has a lot of the same needs, of course, with this long hair. Stuart tends to be a little bit more on the shy side. As you can see, he's trying to squeeze into my lap as tight as he can here. But he's a little bit more on the shy side, so he's going to need some more time to adjust into a forever home. But again, he needs that daily brushing. It is so important. Here on the back, I don't know how well you can see that, but he had a huge mat here that we had to shave out because the previous owners just didn't take the necessary time to brush him daily as these long-haired cats require. Himalayans, Persians are all notorious for needing that daily brushing. So they're gorgeous cats, but if you're not familiar with brushing them every day and it's not something you have the time or ability to commit to, I would probably say that these 2 guys are not the best kitties for you because they do need that daily brushing. It's, again, so extremely important. Their hair bunches up and it's very painful for them and just not a kind thing for them. So we want to make sure that they get brushed every day. And they really enjoy it. So you can sit there and watch your favorite TV show, or of course watch Animals and Ames. And sit there and give them that brushing and everything and stop that hair from tangling up. So again, this is Stuart. He is a purebred Himalayan. He is 8 years old, and he is really bonded with his brother. So these 2 need to be adopted together. If you're interested in these 2 and would like to come down to the shelter, we'd be happy to introduce them to you. And the next pair of bonded buddies we have today is Joe. Joe was surrendered to us with his sibling, Bo. Bo and Joe are 9 years old. They are purebred Shih Tzus. 9 years old may scare some people away, but with these smaller breeds like this, they can live to be 15 to 20 years old. So Bo and Joe probably have many years left with them, and hopefully we'll find them the perfect home together. Very sweet dogs. seem to be very gentle, have been, oh yes, I know, tell me some more. Seem to be very sweet dogs. The owner had to care for a family member and move away and was not able to care for them anymore. So, oh, they're just shaking. They're a little scared here with the cameras and the lights and everything, but very sweet-natured dogs. We have not seen any behavior problems with them whatsoever. The owner provided us with quite a bit of information about them. They're very bonded together, and that might be part of some of the shaking too. He's kind of wondering why Joe is not here with him, or Bo. So if you're interested in adopting these two, come on down to the shelter and we'll bring up the next one and show you, and I believe that one is Bo. This is Joe. So here I have with me Bo. This is a sibling to the one you just saw on camera. Again, a very sweet-natured dog. Seems to be a little bit more reserved than the other one, but very sweet dogs. Have been very gentle. We've introduced them to a few families, and I think unfortunately they decided that maybe they were a little bit too old for them. But again, these small breed dogs can live up to 15 to 20 years old, so they have a lot of life to live. And we're looking for a home, of course, where they can be adopted together. They are very bonded together. When I took one out of the kennel, the other one was very sad to see them walk away. So, but they're very bonded together. Again, just very sweet-natured dogs, about 9 years old. They are neutered. They are ready to go home. They do have current vaccinations. And we have information from the previous owner as well that will give information about them and kind of characteristics and what they like to do to play and toys and the kind of food and everything that they had at their previous home. As I mentioned earlier, the previous owner had to move and take care of an ailing family member. So unfortunately had to surrender these Bo and Joe to us. So we're going to make sure that we find these guys a good forever home where they're going to be taken care of. And kind of like with our Himalayan cats, these are dogs that need to be groomed often. You need to make sure you're brushing them daily, as well as keeping their eyes, the hair trimmed out of their eyes and everything. That really helps with them and some of the common conditions that you might see in the Shih Tzu breed. So if you're interested in them, you might want to do some research on the breed itself and see if it might be something that will fit into your family. And come on down here to the shelter. We'd be happy to introduce both of them to you. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Animals and Ames. We appreciate all the support that we get from viewers and all the comments that we get about the animals here at the shelter. Our adoptions lately have been phenomenal. We've had just tremendous cat adoptions, which have really helped to get some of our longer term cats adopted here at the shelter. And as always, as soon as the dogs become available for adoption, they're getting adopted right away. So that's a great success that I wanted to share with all of the viewers. And again, thank everybody for their support. Staying in touch with the shelter, looking at our website, and staying in touch with us on our Facebook page. Thank you.